All right, now another episode of Pop and Son, man. I'm Pop.
I'm son.
Thank you, my son. Hey, we are honored to have author, actor, community leader, man, and so many more hats that he wear, man. Welcome Hill Harper to the show.
What's happening, Poppin' Son? How's it
Uh,
going?
Yeah, so Hill, we honored to do it, man. We got a few questions, man. We know we ain't gonna hold you too long because we chop it up in shows and then we come get our great guests, which, like I said, I'm so honored to have you on. I was, I was, I always do research on you, man. So I looking at these names that you was, man, and I didn't know they was calling you Booger Sykes in in that
And he
movie you
got
was in
game.
playing basketball. I was like,
Yeah, yeah.
Booger Sykes, man, that's a mean name. Then me and Jay watched some other stuff where you was gangsta in it, man. Like I've watched a lot of your movies, man. I'm interested in Hill, and I know a lot of people. It's a lot of stuff that they don't know that we didn't as far as with the. I'm gonna start off with this Hill. Like, what's been going on for you, man? Since the election.
Yeah, I've been working on my businesses. I always think I wanted to run for office and hold an office because I felt like I could bring resources back to our communities that have been basically choked out and choked off from the resources. And if I couldn't do it through an official capacity of being in office, then perhaps I could do that by creating jobs and having successful businesses. So I just been really working on my small businesses. I have a coffee shop in downtown Detroit called the Roasting Plant. I have a company called A-Frame Brands where we launched a couple different personal skincare brands. One called Loved One with John Legend, and other brands. And then I also have another coffee business based out of Seattle. So really working hard on trying to create successful businesses and successful create jobs. At the end of the day, if folks don't have jobs and don't have meaningful, livable wage income, then you can't survive. And so that's what I've been working on.
Okay.
I think that's. I'm
Go ahead.
sorry. I think that's pretty because pops. Um, when I was younger, he tried to teach me how have your not to just rapper, have your hand octopus arms is what he call them. Rapper, have advocate for podcast. I just think that you're the embodiment.
Very much acknowledged. Hill with the administration,
Well,
man. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yep.
I was just saying, I've always said there's a saying out there that I disagree with. That people say, "Don't be a jack of all trades, but a master of none." And my thing is, if you say that, that means you're already admitting that you can't be a master of many things. And I truly believe all of us have the capacity to master many things, and we're not limited. We're unlimited beings. We have unlimited talents. We have unlimited ways of making connections with people. And it starts to me with giving back. You can give back in a whole bunch of ways, and as you give back, all of that comes back to you. And so for me, do it all. Rap, be a businessman, be a philanthropist, create art, buy art, support artists, all of those things fit.
But here with the administration, man, I don't like to get too political. I know me and you talk about a lot of different, but I mean, with the administration, any administration would have people come in and they would be, some would like it, some won't. That's just how it go. Um, what advice would you give like the young generation now coming? What do they got to look forward to? What should they actually uh, pay more mind to and attention as they grow to move forward? What's the most important thing that the youth should be looking at, for them to, whatever administration in, but with everything getting cut and everything AI and everything playing a part, what do young people suppose? What do you think they should be focusing forward, better life for themselves?
I, I truly believe that young people in particular, and all of us, but young people in particular, should be focusing on their own collective power. And what I mean by that is coming together and figuring out ways to harness the power of a group and collective and then marching things forward in that way. So when I think about a physics analogy, now a lot of people I'm a positive like a closet physics person. I like physics, right? And and physics tells us there's a rule in physics that says to move something that's not moving, an equal or greater amount of energy needs to get applied to it. So what does that mean? It means it's like you got a heavy stone and you try to use your pinky, the stone is not going to move because there's not enough
Exactly.
energy. In fact, your pinky will break before the stone. But if you get 4, 5, 10, 20 people and they put their pinkies on it or their hands, they can move the stone. What does
Right.
that tell you? Collective energy is what creates the change. And so to me, I think too many people have been taught this idea, do it on your own. You got to do it, find a way. You don't need nobody. That whole thing, I mean, there was a Drake song about, I did it on my own. No, you didn't. There's nobody.
Nobody.
There's nobody. Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
There's nobody that's made it on their own. Did we lose connection?
Yeah, I think we might have. Hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna cut.
Okay,
There we
there
go.
you go,
I
yo.
gotta just move. Go ahead, here. We put all of this up.
Okay, so there's nobody that's made it on their own. So you hear Drake or whatever rapper or whoever talking about it was all me, I did it. And that's not true. You can't even make a song on your own. You need an engineer, producer. I mean, come on, man.
Right.
And so the only way we do anything of significance is we do it together. Dr. King
always
said
stronger. Always stronger
we're
together. You
always
always speak that. You always say that. Yep. So
that's
tell
it.
me this here. What's your take on DEI?
Oh man, I'm the product and a proud product of DEI. What do I mean by that? The only thing that DEI truly means is opportunity. You get an opportunity to compete. So when I went to Brown University, there would be people to come up to me, but are you upset that people think you got here because of affirmative action? I'm like, no, because I'm gonna beat them when I compete with them, and that's why I graduated valedictorian in my department. So the only thing that getting into the opportunity, I was given an opportunity to compete with people, and the people who are against DEI are the people who don't want diverse people competing with them. That's
Gotcha.
it.
Gotcha.
That's it.
That's what I figured. I just wanted your take on it.
Makes sense.
Got your question for you.
Um,
Yeah, he been right. He been
well, even after the election, gonna run again. That
I don't know. I mean, for me, I wanted to run because there was an opportunity to win an open U.S. Senate seat and bring hundreds of millions of dollars of resources back to Michigan, create jobs, do all these things. And unless I see an opportunity to have that type of impact again, I don't think I would. But if I see the opportunity, or let's put it this way, if God puts it on my heart, God absolutely put that on my heart to do. And
let me say this here before you did a great job, man. With the limited time you had, and we was pushing for you, and I know a lot of people that we was around. It was a lot of people pushing, but and you got to get that. It could be in your heart to say, no, we going for Hill, but people got to come out and vote. You did a
they got
great
to vote.
job. You did a great
I
job.
worked.
Don't pat yourself on the back.
I worked. Oh, thank you,
You
man.
made a
I
stamp.
worked as hard as I could. I worked.
Yeah, you worked. Worked. I will say
I
that.
worked as hard as I could. And
Yeah.
to your point, there's a lot of folks, and it's not their fault. I'll be honest. They've never seen the result of them voting So even if they like somebody, they still feel like, why should I vote? Why should I do it? And and folks didn't vote. And a lot of people, and I'll be, what has shocked me is when I was walking around and around the streets, people like, man, I'm voting for you in November. They didn't even know there was a primary, and that just shows you they thought a lot of people kept my signs up because they thought the election was in November, which when the presidential, they didn't realize I had to win the primary in August to get there.
Get there.
So,
But that's Hill,
you
that comes from just us not being educated as a people, man, not knowing.
not
Uh,
knowing the game. And
yeah,
they don't want us to know. That's the
yeah,
point ultimately. They want to control the outcome. So there you didn't see the party putting out, make sure you vote. Come on out for the primary. Don't miss the primary. They didn't do any of that because they had their choice. And that's okay. Listen, we have to learn to control our own destiny. And there's a couple people that are running for office now that said they're running because they got inspired by me running, which makes me very proud. So that's good.
That's dope.
Hey Hill, I'm gonna tell you, man, you're very inspiring. I met you, man. I'm gonna tell you, you meet a lot of people in the entertainment world. I know you can that they don't be who they be. I can tell people the good doctor is the most down to earth human being I know that's on a level of could be like I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to be in the community. The Hill chose to. I want to add this on Hill. I met your mom, beautiful person, man. So I know where you got
Mm,
it from. Shout out to you being a father. They don't know that,
mm.
little Pierce, man, he's a young king coming.
That's
I
right.
can't hold you too long. We could probably talk forever, but I want to ask you, Hill, for a person that wants to be a young Hill Harper and inspired actor or inspired author or community leader, just want to just follow and
Politician.
yeah, just politics. Want to be in Hill Harper's shoes, be that young guy that makes it with this kind of scheme. What do you tell him from where you at now? What would you tell a young Hill Harper? What would you tell your young?
A couple things, and I appreciate the question. Number one, follow your heart and don't ever judge your intuition. You're given inspiration and ideas for a reason. And too many people let fear or doubt talk them out of moving when they're given the blessing of an intuition. And do not worry about the result. People people stop themselves because they've already played out the result rather than saying, I've been led this way to this door for a reason, and be open to what it is. And listen, I'm talking to you from experience. I just ran for office. I spent so much time working as hard as I could, and I could have talked myself out of it many times, and the result didn't go the way I wanted to. But that's okay, because if you are failing, so to speak, then that means you're trying something new. You gotta fall to win. That's just the way it is. Like, I took my son skiing, and he's like, I didn't want to fall. I said, you gotta fall a lot to become a good skier. That's just the same with skateboarding. Same with learning to juggle. You're gonna drop the balls as you're learning almost 100% of the time. But then you get to Oh, I saw it go.
Oh, Hill,
But then you get to a point where you can keep juggling because you practiced. You have to start and you have to go.
you know what, Hill? It's so inspiring to me, man. I'm a 45-year-old man this year,
Man,
and I just being around you, man, your energy, man, and the time I known you, man, you give me strength as a black man and know that can be done. But what I wanted to say to you was I appreciate you coming. I know that we got other things to talk about. I will tell my viewers that me and Hill going, and Kid J, we be behind the scenes, still trying to work with the youth as much as we can. As far as mental health, we advocates. We always say we advocates of autism. I know Hill does what he do. Um, Anything else you got to say to the people here before we get out of here?
I just want to say that I'm proud of both of you. I'm proud of what you represent as father and son. Hold on. Something happened. Am I back? Am I
Yeah,
back?
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm gonna get it
Okay.
right.
I just want to say I'm proud of both of you, what you represent as father and son. I'm proud of everything you're doing, and you represent the best of us. You represent this notion that people talk about our relationships, brother. Kid J, you represent the best of the youth. That's exactly who we want our young people to be and to emulate. So I want both of you just to continue to amplify, continue to grow, continue to push. Just by seeing you and doing all the things that you already do, you're inspiring so many. So I'm so appreciative of you. So continue.
Hey, Hill, man. Hey,
Hey,
listen. Coming from you, I got chill bumps. I'm a grown man. But coming from you, Hill, man, listen. Been the truth, man. I've been watching you since I was watch TV, and to have you as a friend, uh, very much honored, man. I hope we can keep building and we can keep touching. Thank you for joining, Jay.
no, Hill, I always appreciate time. I see and there was a lot of people. I appreciate you. I actually finished doctor a couple months ago. Let me tell you, the character that plays Sean is so good at what he does. And,
He's incredible.
I think her name is Paige Aspera.
Yeah.
I love her too. But yeah, no,
Man, he binged on the Good Doctor. I couldn't even get him to eat, man. Couldn't even get him to eat. But you blessed,
Yeah.
Hill. Blessings to your mom,
Thank you.
beautiful person. Blessings to Pierce. Blessings to you, Father. Gonna get with you, Hill. Keep being
All right.
being who you are. Never change.
That's God bless. Thank you so much.
sir. He's at the Good Doctor.
Good Doctor. Yes, Hill Harper. Anyway, hey, you know, this is what we do, man. We're having fun doing this. Hopefully, God continue where we can fire as Father and Son. Talking to great people. Shout out to Caitlin Clark. One day we'll probably get her on the podcast. Caitlin, but I think we might have to talk to her dad. Might be a little heavier in there than the boyfriend. But anyway, get well, Caitlin. We know that you're down right now. Shout out to the fever. Y'all see it back here. Anyway, I always end off with something, man, positive, which I say. Got family that I only tell people this because I'm not perfect. I still have reasons to work out with my family and things to do. Tomorrow ain't promised. Life is short. So hug everybody you love. Love on your loved ones. Try to make as much money. Be prosper. Don't step on no toes.
Yep.
Positive as you can. Try to do something good for a person. Hey, again, I'm not perfect giving advice. I just want to off some great energy. All right, I'm on the platform. So anyway, y'all keep looking for good music. Y'all keep looking for the moves.
Hold on, keep looking for good music. Streaming at JFM.
JFM.
My bad. JFM J4M.
J4M,
my bad.
My bad. Shout out to
just
the
for me.
Hey, keep streaming the whole album, man. It's off the record, it's still doing good numbers. And next week we have University of Michigan wide receiver Samaj Morgan. Go blue. Hate you, Ohio State Buckeyes, and you.
Yeah, bums.
Anyway, we out of here. Peace.